This is Lucy, and this is my first video vlog for assignment 2, 24 frames, 24 hours. I will start by showing you the video, or the clip that I've currently got, and then I will critique the work I've done and tell you kind of how it's going and what's going to be happening with it. So as you can see, the video that I've just shown you is just over kind of a minute long, and therefore it's not really that close to completion. In terms of the theme of my video, I initially had every intention of kind of creating a slightly creepy mood, and focusing on kind of the negative aspects of everyday life. However, after a bit of filming and a little bit of visual research, I soon changed my mind as to what I wanted to do, and decided to instead create something that was still this black and white style, and it was still a relatively high grain, low quality image, but had a more nostalgic kind of, nostalgic feel to it. I filmed all the footage in high definition, but it was shot in that kind of high contrast monochrome color variation. And then it had an ISO of about 6,200, I think. All footage that I took was using a handheld DSLR camera, and then I used a kind of wide-angle lens. I felt the handheld camera helped to produce this slightly nostalgic and old film inspired kind of feeling. For this assignment, I drew a lot of inspiration from some of my favorite movies, films like Once, which is a kind of smallish film festival style film, which is all hand shot. It produces a kind of really organic, nostalgic, and kind of a very real feeling movie. I was also inspired by old films such as kind of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, which is where this kind of grainy aesthetic comes from, and then kind of just the classic film noir movies. This helped me to really give my video a mood and a style which I was set on. In terms of the subject, the focus that I really went for was a focus on kind of the atmosphere and the location, as opposed to action or like a character doing something. I ended up getting a lot of footage, most of which I didn't really need. I'll just show that to you in iMovie. So I ended up with about upwards of an hour of footage. This is because I just pretty much hopped on my bike and I did kind of a trip of places where I go regularly, and I filmed that from my bike. I filmed it about 4 times, and as you can see, I got a lot of kind of very unusable footage, footage that I could never really use because it was either too shaky or was of the wrong kind of thing. So there's a lot of stuff I didn't use, but there was stuff I really found was very successful, but it just didn't happen too often. So yeah, definitely the handheld camera made this very shaky, and a lot of the footage was at the ground, or was just generally very uninteresting, as you could kind of see there. Because I cycled the route kind of 3 to 4 different times, I cycled it in different kind of different days, so it's different times of the day and kind of different weather conditions. I ended up with like a large variety at the same place. And as you can see, I'm beginning to kind of piece these together. I'm definitely really focusing on the transition of the scenes being dictated by style, the mood, and the kind of pictorial elements, as opposed to more of a sequential narration of a slice of life. Hopefully this will make my film a little bit more cohesive and usually a little bit more interesting. So far, I'm relatively happy with most aspects of what I've done, especially some of the split screenshots. I think there could be some work on perhaps the sequencing and kind of shots of the record player is a little bit out of place and perhaps needs to be replaced with a more interesting shot, and then could be maybe reintroduced at the back end kind of the video at a different time.